you have a clear goal as an agent. Here, let me just adapt that a little bit, right? We were all kind of, hopefully, we all started the year with some goals. How have those goals changed since the beginning of the year? Is my question. Alternatively to this, have your goals changed since the beginning of the year? You still on track? Anybody? My goals changed. The landscape changed. My expectations of what I thought was going to happen didn't happen, and in that I had to adjust my expectations and/or strategies. So in that, strategy changed. Goals, I'd like to keep the same. My goals are the same, but my strategies have changed.
Adapt.
Yeah, adapt or die, right? It's a Darwin thing, isn't it? Anybody else?
Right there with you, Joe.
Yeah, okay. Anyone else change their goals or strategies for the year? Anybody? No?
This question's making me think about it.
All right. Well, take it on to the rest of your day. Anybody on the digital side of the equation have anything to add to that question?
I was at in the chamber. We had a speaker yesterday, and she was talking about how she built her companies, and she said she was talking about not selling yourself short on your goals. One of the things she asked is when they were exchanging information, who do you need to speak with? And she said, well, I want to speak to the marketing director of 7-Up. And people kind of laughed and said, hey, you're shooting too high. But a year and a half later, one of the people in the room heard that, actually knew the marketing director for Pepsi and gave her the account. And it was the idea of don't sell yourself short of what you can actually achieve. And ask for it.
Yeah. Or what if you expected more, not less? What if your goals were higher, not less? What if you amped everything up, and instead of turning down the volume, right? I think there's absolute validity to doing that in this market. A little scarier, right? Because you're kind of looking up against you're working up against a very unique set of challenges, right? But the argument is that that extra amperage will when those challenges start to fall away, which this is the cadence of life. It doesn't last forever. This moment will pass, right? And in that, you're building your business with such a multiplier, right? In the challenging moment, that as the challenges fall away, you get more. I've seen it happen over and over again, where really people's businesses were built in challenging markets, and when the dust cleared, these people were in amazing positions, opposed to the people who are just waiting for the dust to clear to start their machines, right? So expect more, do more, step away from limiting beliefs. I met with an 18-year-old kid the other day who got he's still in high school. He got his real estate license.
That's awesome.
In high school.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm gonna make my kid do that.
I mean, we're talking about like what's the plan when he goes to college, right? Like he's engaged very heavily right now. He's up against ageism. He's he's up against the market. He's up against the challenges of change. He's up against all those things, and you don't care.
Where does he go to school?
In Woodland Hills.
I mean, everyone starts somewhere.
Absolutely.
Everyone has a
Absolutely.
beginning.
Yeah.
And so I think that's amazing.
Yeah, me too. I'm inspired by him. He started a little skate, he's a skateboarder. He started he gives skate classes, right? Or, he's a coach or whatever. All during high school. He had so many clients that he had to bring his brother in as leverage. And he took a little vig off of him too, right?
Well, he's an
He
entrepreneur.
was the kid's pretty impressive.
So
Yes.
for this thing though, I would say that, if it accounts for anything, I met with a production coach many years ago. And I don't know if you guys know, but I started off as a buyer's agent. And so one of the first things he had asked me in our first initial conversation was, what is your goal? What is your GCI goal? And I threw out a number at the time. I said, I want to earn $500,000. And at that time, that was not a number that I hit. And it was a number that was an incredible increase from what my previous volume was.
It's a stretch.
It was a stretch. But, and the story is that I set that goal. It's not unrealistically, but I set myself an incredibly high goal to achieve.
Unreasonably.
I didn't hit that goal, but I missed it by a margin. But what it provided for me insight was that I can achieve it if I want to. And I achieved it the following year. And so it's like, I feel like it's totally okay to have these exceeding goals because you can achieve them, and I'm a testament to that.
You have to build a plan to achieve
I mean,
the
you
stretch
can't just make
goal.
the goal into
right?
nothing else, obviously,
You-
right? But
you-
you have
you
to
got
have a
to-
goal, you
yeah.
have to set a
You
plan to
execute on
achieve
the
that goal.
plan.
But yeah, exactly.
That's the winner, is executing on the plan. All right, Samantha.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, I was listening to an audiobook about, growth or whatever, and they talked about the clearer you can get on what you're aiming for, it actually gives you confidence because you have a mission. So even if you're a new agent, if you set a goal, it's like, I'm gonna talk to 20 people a day, you're like, okay, great, I'll pick up the phone, whatever it is, if you have a goal, it actually can help you, give you a push because you know what you're doing, you know what you're going to do.
Hello, where am I going? If you don't know where you're going, there's two parts to traveling from point A to point B, right? It's number one, you have to know where you are, right? And number two is you have to know where you want to go, right? And then there's the plan in the middle and the resources it takes and the actions it takes to get there, right? In its simplest form. Okay. Happenings. Hike this week, Saturday. I'm all jacked up for this. I am so jacked up for this. I am actually, I'm excited to just be out. I like being outside. 9 a.m. at Tree People in Mulholland. There's ample parking. All are welcome. Bring your pets, bring your family, bring yourself. I'll be there.
The road is closed at Coldwater in Mulholland, so make sure you come
From
the
our
correct
side?
way. So I believe you could go Mulholland headed west. I have not gone, but I do know
Okay.
that there's a sign saying it's closed. And possibly the back way through Beverly Hills and through all
Coming
that,
up
and coming
Coldwater.
up. Well, no, it's like coming up Rexford and you end up going these weird ways. And
You
you
can't
end
come
up,
up Coldwater?
I don't think you can come from the west side. These
Not
ways.
from the west side.
Yeah.
It's at Coldwater. I'm talking about from our side
Possibly.
of the hill.
I just want people to be aware before you
Yeah,
head. and
just
get
check
hit.
your road.
Yeah,
Check
yeah.
the road thing there. It's at the junction of Coldwater and Mulholland and something else over there.
It's great.
It's up at the top of the hill, but it's really lovely. You go through you see some houses too, right? You go through.
What I mean
streets,
is
go
through
nature.
Franklin Canyon. If you guys ever come that way, that's the way through Beverly Hills. You go through Franklin Canyon and it dumps you right.
Confused everybody.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. 9 a.m. Saturday. Anybody plan on being there?
Zoe.
There we go.
Please, I'm not for everybody, but I'm for Tracy. There we go. Red Days coming up, and we are working on an additional activity. I think we have it, working with Path, but we're going to work out the details of that. In addition to the Alcott Center, which we are raising money, and we are going to do an activity there of stuffing backpacks for welcome kits, right? And so that is Thursday, May 9th. We do it as a team, we do it as a group, we do it as a day of service not congratulate, what's the word I'm looking for? Not in memory, she's still kicking. Mo Anderson, who was in honor of Mo Anderson, her birthday and cultural leader of Keller Williams. These are some objects which we will bring. I would encourage you to reach out to any vendors that you use and any other resources to see if they would like to make a donation of either product and or finances to help buy these things. That would be great. Also, here's the address of the Alcott Center. Beforehand, you'll receive. Well, I think, like I said, I think we're going to do two different activities. If all 50 of us showed up at the Alcott Center to stuff these bags, it would take us probably about 5 to 15 minutes to actually get this accomplished. So we're going to do a small group here and then a small group somewhere else, and we'll break it all up. It'll be fun for all. And super, super appreciative organizations that do an amazing job. Diversity picnic, June 8th. We're going to keep pumping that up until we get there. It's fun. There's food, good food, right? And it's a way, guys. I stress this when I first talk to an agent, and specifically about this office and the importance of community, but even just the importance of being in relationship with other realtors, right? You have a brand with your clients, but you also have a brand with other realtors. And there's value to it, right? There is literal monetary value that if an agent knows you and trusts you and feels like you have the resources to get your client to the finish line, right? That could mean a savings for your client. They'll accept a $10,000 less offer,
Or getting the offer accepted.
or getting the offer accepted at all, right? It's meaningful. So start with this community, right? And this is one of those moments where we can do that. And then also when you're out there in the world, in the real estate world, make sure you're treating people the way you want to be treated, right?
Yeah.
And a little extra never hurts.
I can't read that. What times?
It is on Saturday, June 8th, from 11 till 2:30, right? It's at Roxbury Park. It doesn't say it on there, but that's where it's going to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Roxbury Park.
And it's a potluck.
It's potluck. Yeah.
More details to follow, and
Oh,
a
yeah.
sign-up sheet for food and all of that stuff,
Yeah.
so.
Like, my one issue is that there's always too much food at the end. It's really, I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's.
Never a problem.
Shouldn't beef about that. Creba, or they call it Korean Real Estate Brokers Association. Creba, yeah, I know, but now they have an SC at the end of it. What's that?
Southern California.
Okay, bingo. All right, 2 pieces to this event I will be attending. There is the coach piece, which I probably will not be able to make, but I'm definitely going to go to the mixer. Another opportunity to meet and interact with agents in our community. What are you giggling about?
Because this is an event, Korean people are hosting, Korean realtors of Cape Town are hosting it, and it's always, it's a hoot, it's a lot of fun.
Korean people know how to have fun.
I do agree with that. So.
There's lots of prizes.
So they love freaking raffles.
Raffles, lots of prizes.
Because they are gonna do raffles, and the raffle prizes are just phenomenal. They're like, 80-inch TVs, $2,000 massage chairs. I mean, it's
The
just
massage chair is usually the
the main prize. But the point is,
or tickets to Korea, which
yeah, which
I would
they
love to
also
win
got
too.
to.
Both of
round
those
trip
things, I'm
tickets
all
to
in.
Korea. So anyways, they love their raffles, so just be prepared.
Mm.
And, you
Sounds
know,
like fun.
Day on her, whenever he goes, he always wins, which annoys the crap out of me. Like he wins like at least 2 to 3 prizes, right? Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like he's got good
Massage
things.
It's just some people are good with raffles, you
Does
know
he
what I
win
mean?
lotteries too?
Mhm.
I don't think so, because he still works here.
Yeah, it's true. What day, that's May 8th, Wednesday, May 8th, right? I'll be there. It's fun.
I'll go.
Oh, I'm sure you will. All right, upcoming classes, the morning show. Somebody else say something about the morning show, because, I mean, I think it's.
Somebody besides you,
amazing.
me, and Lorna.
Exactly. Exactly.
I love the morning show. I was obviously one of the first people to have gone on it. I don't go on it as much anymore because my schedule doesn't really give me that flexibility as I did before. But it's something that I would highly recommend for camaraderie, you know, just networking, just getting to know people on a higher level that work in this office. That could be very important in your next deal or a lead or an opportunity. And these are people that have been in the industry for a long time that can really shed some insight on conflicts that you may not be easily able to approach to anyone in this office. So it's first thing in the morning, you can knock out all your inquiries, get a little bit of, you know, like, I guess like motivational support, and just kind of start off on a positive note. It's a great program.
Listen to it, just listening to it at a minimum.
Yeah.
You know, if you know.
And
there's
Lorna
no-
with her daily stoic, I mean, it
Yeah.
brings a little bit of therapy and peace, you know?
Agreed. Mindset, hugs, and.
Joey?
Yes, Lorna.
No, it's Josephine.
Uh,
It's the best place on earth to be at 9 o'clock in the morning. Very interesting.
That's sweet.
Thank you,
Yeah, you don't know
Josephine.
what nuggets you might get from Miss Josephine. Very, very important to have.
You will see Josephine on there.
You will.
Yeah, she reads my passage every Friday.
Oh, it's like a lullaby. I love it when she reads. Yeah. Oh.
All right, Scott Leroy, he has Nurture Your Database with direct mailers. You choose on the 26th, command overview, new agent orientation, database overview, getting started. Get up on your technology. We have our mentee meeting at 12:30 to 1:30. All are welcome. We love it. This seems to be a fan favorite. And Brokers Open. You know, I mean, the listings, there's new listings coming out every week. You know, we saw 2 major groups yesterday. One was the 10 million range, and the other was everything underneath that, or like, I guess in the under 2 million range, right? But there was a collection of like 3 or 4 $9 to $10 million properties that we saw yesterday. What was your favorite, Charlotte? Any, we saw a friend of mine.
Rimpa.
Rimpa.
I think it had 8 fireplaces.
Yeah, Rimpa was not, who's listening?
Jonathan Ruiz.
Oh, Jonathan Ruiz's. Yeah, that was a little showy for my taste. I like.
It was cool though. The fireplaces really got me.
Yeah.
There was a fireplace in almost every room.
Right.
And outside. 2
Yep.
or 3
All
outside.
those
Then
things.
one in the guest house.
Yeah.
It's kind of incredible. But the Muhammad Ali house is amazing too. I don't know if you guys
Oh,
have
we
seen
saw that
that
last
one
week.
or not.
Put in the
I didn't
market
see it.
again because it was a market.
It's a fixer. It's a market.
It's a major fixer,
Yeah.
but it's a very cool house. It's an auction, which is interesting. I don't know if anybody's dealt with them. They had it on the market for 17 million. It's been on the market since 2019, I think.
Yeah.
It's in Fremont. It's just very, very cool. It has a disco ball.
Why is it auction now?
They're in
They have to sell
foreclosure.
it.
It's an NOD.
They have to sell it.
There's a notice of
Yeah,
default on
they
it.
tried to sell it regular on the market.
Yeah,
too.
but the thing about these auctions is you're not, I know there's not a lot of people in here with $13 million buyers, but they do tack on a fee to the buyer. So if you encounter any auctions, just be aware of that. Concierge Auctions charges 12% to the buyer, which is really large.
That changes the sale price.
Yeah, so that house needs a lot of work.
Yeah, it does.
So
Is
13
that
million
the
plus
Tiffany-
12%, I wish them
That's
well.
Tiffany stained glass on the second floor? That big stained glass piece?
I don't know the
I
names,
think-
but it's
I think
cool.
it is.
So,
It
very
looks
cool.
like it. I think it's.
This is not a house for someone who's gonna be concerned about the
No, you're right.
cost.
Right.
The price
Yeah,
is
it's a
still,
trophy
the
house,
price
like
is
if
still
somebody-
high for the amount of work that it needs. There was that one on Second Street that went for 13 million that needed a lot of work and similar size lot, but
Did you hear that they actually had, this is what the agent told me, a few years ago when they had it, before, they actually, I think they had a 17 or an 18 million offer on it. They didn't take it.
I don't believe that because they had it listed at 16.99. They also weren't showing it before, and they're showing the hell out of it now.
I've seen it when it was being shown.
Yeah, but they really were, they were only,
Yes.
they were only showing it on
Exactly.
broker. I mean, I saw it too, but it wasn't like, they're really showing it a lot now. And it looks much better. If you saw it the years ago, they cleared out a lot of the heavy crap.
Yeah.
Oh my God, artwork was to die for, and so is like all the memorabilia, like, and like the photographs and the letter. It was just like, it's like visit to a museum. It's like such a, like.
But it's a beautiful house. So for your social media,
There you go.
it's worth it.
All right. Next we have flow coaching, Monday, Thursday. Another opportunity to adjust your mindset and to learn some stuff. And then Rich, you have a class today at 4 p.m.
I do have a class today. As Joey knows, it's my favorite subject. Government requirements at close of escrow. What we're talking about are cities that have pre-sale inspections. Also, of course, the LA retrofits and 9A reports and all of that. So I don't know why, but suddenly I'm getting a lot of agents saying, oh, we're waiving that. So I think it's time. This was actually suggested by agents in another office to do, and I felt it was timely. I also want to put it out to all of the agents here that if you have a suggestion for a class, I'm open to taking those suggestions, and because I'm always at a loss for trying to find something to teach and don't like to repeat.
Rich,
Good.
I would love it. How you doing, Rich? I would love it if you would do a kind of a covering of all the different legislations that have come out, or that affect us and really, from going back to like Prop 13 and
Oh
just.
my God, what's wrong with you?
That's like a day and a half. I don't think that's an hour, Chuck.
That is not an hour class. You're right. I mean,
Series.
there are those, and like Prop 13, it's always under attack and whatnot. So I'll see what's I'm in Sacramento next week for CAR meetings, and I'll see what comes out, and sure, I'll do that. No problem. How extensive it will be is yet to be determined.
What I'm looking for is a 45-minute to an hour class that just as a reminder of this legislation came out in whatever year, and it's the thing that said people's property taxes don't go up, from year to year to year. Then we've got this proposition which came out, and it says there's portability to your property taxes throughout the state. Obviously, we don't.
A legislation summary.
Yeah,
For dummies.
Summary.
It's over.
Okay.
Cliff notes.
it may take me a while to compile this, so it will be definitely in the future, so.
Rich.
And
Chelsea,
we'll remind you.
What
that's-
I'd like to say, what I would like to say is, I don't think that needs to be a huge comprehensive, this is
Right.
everything you need to know about this legislation. It needs to be a quick reminder of,
what it is.
this is the legislation, this is in general what it was covering, this is how you explain it quickly to your clients, let's go on.
Yep, perfect.
Okay, that'd be nice to have.
Yeah, no, I get that, but putting together what those are specifically is gonna take a little time.
I'd be happy to come up with a list.
I was, do you
Sure.
want to confab on this? Because maybe we can do a class here while Rich is percolating on it, because I think that's a really good idea.
I need class.
Well,
We all need
Yeah.
I frankly, I've lost track.
Yeah,
All the
I'm with
different
you.
things are, What applies,
Agreed.
frankly, I've just forgotten.
So maybe we should give Rich a reminder before he goes to Sacramento, so he can get them to maybe.
No,
come up.
Sacramento would be what's
Rich,
new.
I'll put together a list
Charlotte will put
and you
together.
can add to it, and
Sure.
then we go from there.
Charlotte
Sure.
Place.
Absolutely, that'd be great.
Collaboration.
Cool.
Then we'll give-
Collaboration.
Anything else, Rich?
Well, I don't know if there's another slide later, but you know, I brought it up in West Side. Couple of things about the Stitzer. They agreed to the proposed settlement. The judge agreed, and it won't be finalized probably until November. But I do want to stress that after Sacramento, I'm in DC for NAR meetings. I really truly believe that NAR is going to make these changes at that meeting in May. And so these changes will come through. Don't think that we're waiting until November for these changes to come through. I think that they will come through sooner, maybe by the end of July. But I believe they will come sooner because NAR makes suggestions to all the state associations regarding rules. The states vote and adopt them, and then it goes to the local. So there is a process, and it does take a while. So I do think that that it won't be at the end of the year, but these changes will be established probably around July. That's what I believe at this moment. I may find other things out in Sacramento and in DC, but we'll see. The other thing that I will mention, and I do believe that some of you in this office are CRMLS users. And on the 12th of April, there was a pop-up regarding marketing and advertising a property without a listing agreement. It used to be, well, kind of still is, that if a property was reported being marketed and CRMLS did an investigation, or any MLS did an investigation regarding whether it was a clear cooperation violation, then if the agent said, I don't have a listing agreement, that's where everything ended, because local associations and CRMLS are saying, well, if there's no listing agreement, there's really nothing that we can do. But through conversations that CRMLS had with the DRE, and of course, I say this all the time because the DRE makes these opinions, but they never really put it in writing officially. So the conversation that CRMLS had with the DRE is basically that could be a possible violation of the Business and Professionals Code of California. Basically, false advertising that you represent a seller and you have an agency relationship with them when you really do not. Because if you don't have a listing agreement, you do not have an agency relationship with them. So what is now going to happen, and I'm talking CRMLS, they will send these investigations to the local associations, where the local associations are now going to submit it to their grievance committees. Because in addition to what the DRE says, everybody is feeling that it's code of ethics violations, namely Article 1, where when dealing with parties in a non-agency relationship, you have to be fair to everybody. Article 3, where you have a duty to cooperate with other brokers. Article 9, everything has to be in writing. Article 12, obviously, false advertising. So it's going to be submitted to grievance. Now, what grievance does with it, we don't know yet, because this is uncharted territory. So we'll see. Now, like I said, this is CRMLS, but I did have a conversation with Henry in compliance at the MLS, and I said, look, this is what CRMLS is doing. What are you guys doing? Are you guys going to start doing this? And he came back to me and he said, upper management is looking at it now to see how they are going to handle this. So they may be doing this too. So I don't know. I'm waiting for their definitive answer. So it's basically, everybody's saying, well, these are off-market properties. Well, you're not doing your job as a listing agent if you can't get a seller to sign a listing agreement. And if you don't have a listing agreement, there's nothing holding anybody back, another agent, from seeing your marketing of this property to go to that seller and say, I've got a buyer, and work with me with my buyer. And if they say, well, talk to my agent, well, do you have an agreement? No. Well, then you don't have an agent. And if you want an offer from my buyer, you have to work with my buyer. And there's nothing wrong with that, because there is no agreement. That's it.
An agreement, even if it's, what's the lowest bar of agreement? Non-exclusive listing agreement, right?
Right. There's an open agreement, an open listing agreement, where basically where there is an agreement that if I bring the buyer, then you will pay me a commission. It does exist. Now, in the policy of the office, and I don't know, we'd have to change policy, and Joey, we'd all have to have a conversation about this, but in the policy of the office doesn't accept anything but exclusive. But in light of this, I would
absolutely
entertain a conversation about accepting it in these instances.
Okay. Thanks, Rich. Thank you. Chuck, you have another?
The only question I have is, will today's class be recorded?
All the classes are
Yes,
recorded.
it will be. Yes, it will be recorded. Yes.
Copy? We post them on our YouTube page. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll forward you my email.
Yeah. Rob is the tech pirate. Thanks, Rich.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah. Well, I used pirate. I thought that was, pretty giving it grace. All right. Book club, final chapter of the book club. Right, and we're going to choose the next book. And I thought I heard you say there was wine involved or something like that.
Oh, well, we've gone through the book together and it's been great. And so what we've decided to do is to commemorate the end of each book with either a lunch or a dinner, to have some drinks involved. So that's what we're deciding to do to make it a little bit more fun with the reading.
The last chapter is on April 9th. Right?
May.
May 9th.
No,
May
it
1st.
says May 1st.
May 1st. Oh, I'm sorry, I was reading this.
Yeah, so it's May 1st, next week, Wednesday.
Okay.
Because of circumstances.
Excellent. All right. There's also tomorrow, Value Squared. Everybody, you can do it from home, but you have to register. We're going to be showing it in the meeting room, right? In the training room. It'll be on there. Come in and share it with us. Charlotte said it's invaluable.
Did I?
This is, at some point or another, you did. So there's, Gary's going to be teaching this one from his office. I feel like I threw you under the bus.
Well, no, it's just not a word I would think that I would use. Okay, I believe you.
So it's tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., 4 hours of your life that will change your life, okay? It's about having that conversation. It's about understanding the conversation. It's about understanding your value. And then it's about articulating your value to your client base, okay? Right? Is that 10 to 2. It's the last time they're teaching it live. Okay, some save the dates. Presentation and lunch from homes.com are coming in on the 1st, right?
Yeah.
On the 1st. I met with these guys a couple times. They have a very interesting platform for all agents, right? And they are, only you will show up on your listings site, on your listings page in homes.com. They're keeping the agent connected to their listings. They really want to do away with
And they're the ones who bought HomeSnap, so.
Yeah, they did buy
They
HomeSnap.
actually do
They own a bunch
give
of
like
stuff.
a lot of good
Disney,
information on
CoStar,
the listing.
LoopNet.
They just bought
Apartments.com,
Manafort.
Matterport.
They just bought Manafort like yesterday.
CoStar is a big one.
Yeah.
They just bought.
Yeah, but the
They
point
have a
is-
lot of money and they're spending it on advertising, but I've noticed Zillow trying to keep up.
They have enough money in their coffers to buy any existing brokerage that's out there.
But they still want yours,
They
FYI,
want your brokerage.
your money.
The only pay piece of that is for elevated positioning. Yeah.
That's
Everything
what
else-
Wrong, like whatever, yeah.
No. I want every agent to, I think every agent should sign up for homes.com.
Oh, yeah.
Just on the base level, and whether you want to invest in putting your, it's a calculation of your past sales, the area you're in, and so it's kind of a moving target, and the pay piece is not for anybody. They're not selling leads or anything like that. They're driving traffic to
Your
to
listing.
you. To you
No,
directly.
there's a pay component of it where it's significantly cheaper than Zillow. And it puts you at the top position if somebody's
Yeah.
looking up a zip code. And they're looking for an agent in the zip code, the people that pay go up to the top versus your listing where you will be regardless.
Right, but your listing also gets popped up to the top
Yes.
too, when it's
Yes,
searching
it does.
in an area,
Yes.
right? Your listing already, yeah, and it's very, very, much cleaner, much more direct, not selling leads, selling positioning, right? But,
Yeah, I missed that too.
little different, yeah. Yeah. And also Florentine is going to come in on Wednesday, May 22nd to teach us about ADUs. Okay? Core services, Andy, how you doing today?
Doing all right. I'm doing all right. Quick update that you all have seen. It's been a little wacky with mortgage rates in the last couple of weeks, and that's because of jobs numbers and so forth. A report came out today, actually, some top economists are saying there's something a little fishy with the BLS jobs reports and the jobless claims report. And remember, BLS is the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. The report says that over the last 5 of 6 months, the jobless claims have been the exact same number of 212,000 jobless claims. Something is wonky there. So they're looking deeper into that because obviously the Fed's looking at employment. And I've mentioned the last couple of weeks, unemployment is going to be a key ticker in terms of the Fed's direction on lowering the Fed fund rate and so forth. So just, again, keep your eyes on unemployment numbers and so forth. Another thing that came out, the US Treasury announced that they are going to be buying back treasuries. What this does, as well as the Fed also announced that they are going to start slowing their balance sheet reduction. We all remember the days of COVID, and the reason we had very low interest rates is because the Fed and the Treasury were buying treasuries and mortgage-backed securities. If the US Treasury, which they said they're going to start buying back treasuries, and the Fed starts slowing down the reduction of their balance sheet, that will improve mortgage rates, you guys. And this could happen in the next couple of days for the US Treasury, and then as soon as May or June for the Fed. So a couple of things, they're noticing what's going on with the Treasury market. And in order to sort of relieve the pain that we're seeing with treasuries, they're going to start buying treasuries, which is a good thing for mortgage rates. So keep your eyes on that.
Excellent. That's great news, Andy. Thank you.
Does that
Yeah.
affect the mortgage rates, Andy, more than the Fed fund rate?
What's that?
Does that affect mortgage rates more than the Fed fund rate?
Yes, absolutely.
That's the real deal. All right. Excellent. Excellent. Thanks, Andy, for
You
that little news. Next we have, let's see, Rich Faisani, you in again?
You've heard enough out of me. Go ahead.
I appreciate the sentiment. Is Mary Kay here with us today?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi,
Hello.
Mary. How are you doing
Hi,
today?
hi.
How's that new baby doing?
I know I became a grandma.
You're in love, I bet.
My daughter does not want me yet to post pictures. I guess her husband and her have a plan. I don't know what they're gonna do with that posting, but that's why you don't see photos. He's 8 pounds, born 8 pounds, 8 ounces.
Same
8 pounds, 8 ounces. My daughter was only 110 pounds. She was carrying this huge, amazing baby. And at the last few days, she was just miserable because the baby was kicking from everywhere, but it was a full-term baby. So Alex's name is Alexander, the original name. So they called him after Alex. So they called him Alexandros, which is Greek name and Alex's name because my mom was Greek. So we're excited. That's why you didn't see me that much. I've been trying to help her out, but the baby is healthy. Thank God, very healthy baby. And she's very healthy, my daughter. So everything went great.
Most important.
Very excited. So they're gonna call me Yaya because that's what they call grandmas in Greek. So every realtor or friends that find out, they call me now Yaya K. So I was laughing the other day with my husband. I said, okay, fine. Now I'm not Mary Kay, I'm Yaya K, but we're just a joke. But
So happy for you, Mary. We're
Thank
so
you.
happy for you.
I wanted to,
And-
thank you. I wanted to bring something up for you. I don't know if you have caught any calls from your prior buyers. They're asking you, like, if you don't know anyone who does, who's a contractor and does this quick inspection for certain items, because the insurance companies, many of them, before they renew their insurances, are asking for the homeowners to give them a report of electrical, plumbing, roof, and there's another item, 4 items that's becoming very popular now. And so just because we're contractors, we are doing that. So just know, not many people know how to do this. Not many people know what this is, but we've been doing it the last 4 months now. So if you can also, this will be a good, maybe to reach out to your clients and say, look,
Absolutely.
you have an insurance, if your insurance company reaches out to you and says, you need these items to be inspected. By the way, they're not canceling the insurances for them. They just want to see what the condition is. That's it. I need these 4 items inspected. Just tell them that, hey, if you need someone, we have someone, and it will be us. So not many people are doing it. They don't know about it. They don't know how to do it. So we're always ahead of our game. So we are doing it. Clients are very happy. So just know that there will be another reach out for you to your clients. Just say, hey, we're here.
So if you guys didn't gather that, when applying for insurance is really tough in California right now. A lot of, State Farm's not writing any new policies along with a bunch of other people who've already pulled out. But the point is that Mary's saying that they may now start asking for an inspection of certain systems of the house to reinsure you or to give you new insurance. And that can be really, really difficult to find an inspector who's a contractor who could do that inspection. But Mary and Alex can.
Yes,
So
and by the way, they have started already. They're starting.
Yeah.
Many of them have started asking for that. And we have this code that some clients, people who are looking online, they're paranoid, like, who is this gonna do? Am I gonna hire a contractor? What's gonna happen? It's easy, we do it, we have the license. I think we're charging around $500, $400 to $500 to go do that report, give it to them in writing, this is that, and they're very happy about it. So, and their insurances are being renewed, okay? And again,
That's nice, Mary, thank you.
I'm here for you. Yes.
General inspections
It's just a system, it just focuses on certain systems.
on the specific questions that they.
Yeah, it's like electrical, plumbing, sewer, and there's 4 items that they need, and air conditioning. I can give you the specifics next time when I ask Alex about it, but we got this. We can save you with that. You'll look good, that you have someone that can do it for you. And so, yeah.
Excellent.
And we're still doing the physical inspections, so 7 days of, I love you guys all very much.
Duncan, Corey.
Have a beautiful.
Sorry, Mary, we have a lot to get through today. Duncan, Corey.
Hey, everybody. Just a couple very quick updates. First off, I want to say thank you to Charlotte and Rachel. I think are the 2 orders I got in the past week. So congrats on the escrows and thank you.
Too.
Tracy Pence, don't forget Tracy Pence.
And Tracy, of course. How could I forget Tracy? We were texting and I love Tracy. She's amazing. And I love all of you, actually. But I wanted to get back to Charlotte too and all of you on the answer in terms of seller's coverage. So I did speak to someone, and as I suspected, you can, the buyer can write in a different company, but according to the powers that be, I'm advised to tell them it's not the best idea to try and keep it with Fidelity. Because apparently if the internal team finds out that it's written with a different company, they can cancel the seller's coverage on them, even if it's not closed yet. So that's what I'm told. So I just advise if you're going to do seller's coverage, just to write in the listing agreement that the buyer's home warranty has to be with Fidelity, since the seller's generally paying for it anyways. But happy to talk to anyone offline about that. But the answer is, in short, yes, you can write in a different company, but it's not in their best interest to do that. The sellers.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you.
Duncan, will never change. All right, Haley, are you here with us today? Maybe. Okay. All righty. Agent happenings. We got some birthdays, right? Jean Salva Lisbeth, Jean Salva, Lisbeth Lopez, Jeremy Lowe, and Linda Shim. 4 people on the same day, on the 24th, right? That is today. Oh, and Yvonne Sanchez also. 5 people on the same day. Chuck Marquette is in a few days. Marquardt. Thank you. There you go.
Duncan's birthday is today.
Duncan, is it your birthday today? Happy birthday, Duncan. You should have let us know.
You're on mute. You're
It's good to
muted.
make it look
It's the
safe.
thought that counts. Keep talking.
Oh, yes,
Bob,
yes, it is my
you're-
birthday.
you're the day
Thank you.
after Chuck. Congratulations, Duncan. Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you.
You are the day after Charles, too, and then Frank Money at the end there. Well, a busy week in procreation. Love it. Happy birthday to you all. Connor.
Hey, hi everybody. I just wanted to say a quick word. I'm doing social media services for Laura. If, by the way, if we haven't met, my name's Connor. I've been here for like a year. Yes, Connor, nice to meet you all. Hi, thank you, thank you. So hi everybody. So yeah, I've been doing social media services for Laura for a while. And I just wanted to open up the operation to anybody who's interested. Social media obviously is an important thing to bolster your business. There's multiple moments in a transaction that could be exploited for content to legitimize your online presence or, show your clients that you're going the extra mile for them to sell their house. So I have been getting really good at it, and I'd love to do it for other people. If anybody's overwhelmed with the prospect of making videos and content for your real estate stuff, send me an email. I'm happy to do one on the house for you to kind of see how we work together and then go from there. So my email's on here.
I did not know that you were doing it for her, but I was like saying, oh, the music in
I was
Laura's-
saying the same thing. I'm like,
Music in
Laura's really for social media.
Oh, good, okay.
Yeah,
I'm glad to know that.
you're doing a good job.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff.
Thank you.
Connor is a talented musician on top of everything else.
Thanks, Joey.
Um,
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Connor,
Yeah.
our pleasure. Everybody likes a free video. All right, also, it's capper time. Is that like a video, actual video that goes on?
I'm not sure, try it.
Not a drum roll. Thought it was a drum roll. It looks like it should be. Adam, you know it's you, right? Come on. What I love about our Keller Williams model is that we're able to be in business with a lot of different people with different business models, right? Yes, Adam buys and sells houses for his clients, but he also has a business, like a real business, with his wife Victoria, who is a talented designer and curator of things and the such, right? And himself, who is a incredibly diligent, kind of focused, financial planner and executor. And it's, am I getting overzealous with it? You look a little, nah, I'm not going far enough.
This is his look.
But the point is that Adam is not your typical realtor, right? That's my point, right? And it's very about his individual take on how he can use his real estate license, and consistently over time, you do okay.
Do deals every year.
You do deals every year, exactly.
Like it or not.
Yes. So tell me about, so I gave him a little perspective about what your business is. How was, 2023 was a challenging year on for people of all different kinds of models of business. How was it, what were the challenges and how was it challenging for you as in your individual business, right? Because you're looking for different things. You have different perspective.
I'm trying to think what happened last year. Yeah, I think I did like a couple of client deals last year. Like somewhere in the midst of like a lot of construction, we did a couple of client deals. And then this particular client I've been working with for 2 years. 2 years. And they didn't listen to me a year ago. Like, there was a house they wanted, they checked all their boxes, and they were a few weeks away from some stock market thing and a liquidation event or whatever. And they were such nice people, honest, nice. And I said to him, tie it up. You can always walk. Tie it up. we got it, tied up. And they didn't want to do it. They didn't want to mess with it.
And fast forward 2 years.
Fast forward 2 months later, they're like, we should have tied it up.
Right, but then it took them how long to actually find a place?
Took them another year. I showed them this property a year ago.
Yeah.
You know, and then they finally went back and it's the neighborhood they originally looked in, that they originally wanted to be in, and it took them forever to come back to where they started. It was crazy. And the listing agent hugged me. Like, they were so happy to get rid of this property. They lived there. They lived there. And the builder couldn't be nicer. Builder couldn't be nicer. I met him and the brother. We chatted. We talked shop. You know, talk like the hard of building. Building is really hard right now. The laws are brutal. The costs are insane. You know, nothing pencils. It's so brutal.
And we wonder why we have a housing shortage.
Yeah, right? If you ever get the chance to see one of Adam and Victoria's projects, it's a must-see.
Yeah, and in the fall of last year, we were unsure. Market was very hesitant. You know, fall of 2022, it was really, buyers disappeared in 2022. They were gone. We picked up 2 things into 22, early 2023. And then we finished.
Were they on market things or were they off market?
Both on market. You know, one was, you know, hey, we want to cancel the showing. Someone just wrote an offer. We think we're going to take it. Hey, let's look at it anyway. Day later, oh, they just backed out. We'll take it. You know, and that was
a relationship, guys.
And that was home
with
run.
The agents. Like,
yeah, it was home run.
Talk about pouring into agents. I think you really getting close with the agent conversation.
Right. So to be frank, there's 3 agents out there. There's a third of the agents that are amazing. They know so much. They're so knowledgeable. They're fantastic. They're great. A third of the agents are horrible. It's win at all costs. I'll kill you and your brother. Like, I have to take it all home, and it's just torture.
And they're the ones who think they know.
And then there's a third of the agents that don't know anything.
Yeah.
You know, they have no clue what's going on. They just step in shit all day long. And part of those brutal agents are the ones that they just want it all. They double-ended. There's such an underbelly of this business that Rich was talking about. That's horrible. Like, I see all the wholesaler stuff. I see all of it, all the shenanigans. It's crazy.
And you weed through all of that and you find.
Well, yes and no.
What you need.
I've never seen a market like this in 11 years.
I don't think a market like this ever existed before.
Yeah, this is one of the hardest markets seen in 11 years.
2008, I would say 2008, 2009. Banks seized up, right?
Yeah, that was hard in a different way. That was hard in a different way.
But it wasn't as hard as this because there were things to buy.
Yeah,
right?
there's nothing.
And there was opportunity. People came out of the woodwork with bags of cash for those opportunities.
Yeah, you know, take a look. You know, there was a house on Lucerne that just sold in this neighborhood, 321 Lucerne. If you really knew what happened at the back end of that deal.
Right. What price point was it?
Oh.
Dude, yeah.
321?
Yeah. There was a house on the market. They listed it for, I'd say 1.7 something, 1.8, something like that. It was in the wholesale market at 1.8 something, you know, fell out, screwed up, ended up selling, I think at 1.5.
Oh.
You know, there's so many hands in that pot. Oof.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Well, love to talk to you all day.
Love to. Thank you.
It's 12:05 and congratulations. Oh, you get a free hat.
Free hat. Free hat.
I try to buy the best one for
Oh,
you.
you got my head.
You have a particularly large head? Okay. All right. Thank you, Adam. Stay where you are. Also, we'd like to acknowledge for the first time, Zach Berger. I don't know if Zach's on the call, but if he is, we'll get him. If he's not, we will absolutely, we will search him down to
Give
give
him a
his
free hat.
Yes. All right. Look, this is what I'm talking. Things are starting to percolate, right? Congratulations, some closed escrows. You got Zach Berger and Pete on Dickens. You got Pete on Arden. You got Pete on Irving. You got Rachel and Tiffany on 41st, Plummer and McCoon. Also De Young Her on Hillhurst, Eric Schulman on Enterprise Way, Heidi Davis on Loma, Alex Dion on Arden, congratulations, and Charlotte Blake on North Michigan. Where is that, Charlotte? Pasadena, and Matthew Lavi on a roll. Matthew, last year, the last 5 years, Matthew was doing probably 90% of his business was leases. He closed like 3 deals this year already. So proud. New escrows, Heidi Davis on Red Oak, Samantha Allen on Cimarron, also Gina Ibarolo on San Pedro, also Eileen Lanza on Swall Drive. New leases, you got Christina, closed leases, you got Christina on Western and Grand, you got Tim on San Vicente, you got Day Young Her on Grand, and the lovely Lena Generalf on Schaefer. New listings, single family. The lovely Jeffrey Perlman has a 1-bedroom, 2-bath on Missouri. It's 947 square feet for $775,000. Looks like it has a nice light coming in there. Laura Anderson on Hayworth has a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,054 square feet for $1,529,000. Looks to be in lovely shape. Taken care of. Also, Laura has on Corning. She has a condo, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,164 square feet for $779,000. Eileen Lanza in Palm Springs. This is a beautiful house, authentic, Mediterranean. This is Jeff and Kelly's. Eileen's not on. It's a major price reduction from the last time it was on the market, and they redid the bathroom. I'm sorry, where did I get that? They redid the backyard.
You know what's happening in Palm Springs?
Yes.
Does everyone know the Airbnb thing?
Oh, the
that's over
Airbnb,
there?
yeah, that's pretty much what they couldn't, handle that.
Limitations.
More. It's just, it's done.
Done.
It's done, yeah.
Palm Desert too.
You
Palm
can't
Springs.
Airbnb anything there anymore.
This
Not
would be
even
a
30
great
days.
family house.
I think
It is on a slightly busier street, but beautifully located in the center of it all. And it's a bargain, believe it or not, at $1,099,000.
And it's a special
It's a special
house. And it's so beautifully done. Star and I saw it last year when it was a market.
And they totally redid the backyard.
It's really like Jeff and his wife Kelly, they have impeccable taste.
They're internet influencers, like original. Yeah.
Like if you have anybody over there, like this is a very, very special.
Agreed.
It's very personally done though, so it's very
Absolutely.
Not everything.
Yeah. Is that correct? Okay.
Adam just said something I think is worth bringing up.
Go ahead.
Please, 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 if you have clients looking for properties to Airbnb, be very clear with them that those laws change.
Yeah.
And they change often.
Yep.
And this is a perfect example, that Palm Springs is a perfect example of people buying properties as second homes. They think they can Airbnb and then they ban it and the price goes boom. So just be very aware.
It's happening all over the beach cities too. So be aware.
Any vacation destination, it's happening.
Excellent. Thank you, guys. Christina Francisco.
So this is at the Metropolis too. They've only got 3 levels that have the high ceilings. And so this is one of them. And so this is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's got it's a corner lot, incredible views.
That corner view is.
The view is spectacular, by all means. And my client only bought this about 1.5 years ago. And I helped her buy it, but their son is relocating back to New York, and that's the reason why we're selling it.
And what is the HOA?
So this HOA is, I think, about $1,200 per month, but it's a full luxury building. So it's got its got the swimming pool, the jacuzzi,
24-hour
game room,
security.
the bar, barbecue area, dog park. It's got its own essentially its own little, like forest or like a garden on their floor. It's beautiful. And then they have a game room, conference room, I mean, theater room. I mean, it's just, by all means, there isn't a thing missing as far as amenities is concerned. So it's pretty amazing, spectacular unit.
Thank you. All right. Want to just roll into
Oh, so this is at the Evo building, which is in South Park. This is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. It's on the 10th floor. It's got east view, ample natural light. The owner just has girlfriend, move out of there, and they're getting married, so it's become vacant, and he wants to sell it. So the HOA on this is like a little shy of $1,000, but I love the Evo building. It's one of my favorites in downtown LA, and it was built in 2007, but it's just so incredibly well kept. The GM is fantastic there.
Also, Russell and On have a property in the Molino Lofts, which that's a special adaptive reuse. It's 0 beds, 1 bath. It's a studio. I mean, it's a
industrial loft.
It's a loft. Yeah. 910 square feet for $725,000. If you like Skrillex, I think he owns 3 or 4 units in that building also.
He just gets bored.
He put them all together, I think. Yeah. Jan Hohenstein on Raconia has a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,323 square feet for $1,290,000. Come on. Omar Evans, Robert, has the development opportunity. It in actuality is 2 lots. They're 3-bedroom. 3-bedroom, 1 bath is 1 lot, and then the other is
The two lots
right?
combined are a little under 10,000
Right, there
square
you go.
feet.
Boom, see that?
And
So it's really development
Yeah.
opportunity.
At that price, it's
Yeah.
priced for a big development, and he's got offering memorandum that's got all the different variety of things. I think it's anywhere from 11 to 96 units, depending on your
Yeah.
affordable housing.
Yeah, affordable
component.
housing breaks it into the 90s, but, yeah. Got it? All right. Leases, Christy Lindgren is a 2-bedroom, 3-bath, on Almaden Drive, 1,000 square feet for $5,300. On Tron, on Olympic, 1-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,260 square feet for $6,650. And Christina Kim and Doncher have a 3-bedroom, 4-bath, 1,763 square feet for $4,800.
So that one was actually launched previously,
Uh-huh.
but we had like literally every color of the crayon box on all the walls in that house. Against our advice, they did not take, and so we just couldn't get it leased. So we actually now
Painted it, put it back on the market.
Yeah, come to Jesus.
Gotcha. All right.
Great unit, great location.
Anna Lee, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,210 square feet, $3,600. Also, Pete Bonacore on Wilcox has a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 30,924 square feet for $14,000.
We all move in for 1,400.
And income properties. Samantha, do we have Marisa Tranquilli's listing? Oh, were you just going to talk about it, Marisa, or did we send in pictures? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Sorry, I have to unmute myself. No, well, it's a coming soon listing, so maybe it's in a different section.
All right, we're getting there. I for some reason, I thought you sent something in. Vinny
Yeah,
Park
I did send it in. I sent in a picture.
Okay. Vinny Park has several income properties for sale. Maplewood, he's gone. 2-unit, 1-bedroom, each are 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom, 1 bath, 7,260 square feet lot size for 1,299 on Maplewood. Okay, 4,900 Maplewood. Also, he has on Rosewood, 3 units, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 7,260 square foot lot for just a smidge under $1 million. Whatever those two are. And Steve and Champ, I've seen this one before somewhere. 2 units. They're both 3 bedroom, 2 baths on 6th Street, 6,253 square foot lot for just a little under 1.9. 6446. That's in that nice stretch west of Fairfax, I think. Right? That really nice stretch of duplexes. Pocket listings. Marisa? You want to talk about your pocket? You're coming soon.
I don't know, did she put up, does she have my picture, my slide?
Samantha? Do you have an email from her? You check. We'll figure it out.
I'll just.
Give me a second.
I have a coming soon. It's coming on the MLS tomorrow as a coming soon. And then it's going to be active a week from this Friday. It's in the San Rafael Flats of Pasadena, in the most beautiful neighborhood. It's at 235 San Miguel Road. My clients bought it just about 3 years ago, and they're my restoration clients, and they expanded it, but from the facade, you can't tell. It's gorgeous. It's 5 bedroom, 7 bath, has an ADU with a full bath. So the main house has 5 bedroom and 6 baths. It has 4 ensuite bedrooms. The primary is up a staircase by itself, very private. The other staircase has 2 ensuites. So if you have an infant, you can live there for a couple of years with your infant, or if you have older kids who want to have their own space. It's quite stunning. It's going to be listed for $3,855. And the first open house is going to be before brokers. It'll be on Sunday, the 5th, and then the brokers will be the following Thursday.
An important note, Marisa has been in business with these guys for a long time now. She's done a bunch of projects with them. And these are not renovators. These are not remodelers. These guys are restorers to like the umpteenth in a very beautiful, beautiful way. They restore properties to their original glory, and they really work hard at doing that. There's not that many people who do restoration at that level, really. You know what I mean?
Marisa, what's the square footage of the house and the lot?
Sorry, yeah, this the main house is 3,625, and the ADU is 432, and the lot is basically 9,000 square feet. So right now there's not a pool or a jacuzzi, but it can easily be added. They just didn't want to wait anymore because Pasadena takes so long the permitting was a nightmare. It was a long haul. But it has a huge front lawn. It's very private, setback, and then it has a backyard. To get to the kitchen now, you go down a flight of stairs, and then it's a living area, all glass windows looking out to the yard, a vintage kitchen. That's all new. I mean, it's built basically from the ground up. The first 3 major rooms, when you walk in, those are the original, what they restored, and then everything else, and then they had to redo a lot of stuff. So it's basically brand new, but it's very, very beautiful. As per Joyce, as usual, what they do.
Yeah, they're impeccable. We will send once we find those photos, we're going to send them out with the team.
Don't worry about it.
Right?
It's just something that we took it, so you could
Just a minute.
but it's no big deal.
Perfect. Anyone else have any pocket listings coming soon they'd like to share?
If anyone's looking in Malibu, I got something coming about a week or so. So it's 2,500 square feet, 20,000 square foot lot, some ocean views, lower Latigo Canyon. So it's a light fixer or a good second home.
Excellent. Excellent. Anybody else pocket listings coming soon? Share.
I've got a 20 373 square foot house, kind of a small lot. I think it's about 6,000, pool spa, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. North Arroyo, Pasadena, probably coming in about a month. I think we're gonna go out at 2/2.
Reason from the past attorney did the eviction.
Hey, Josephine. You can do this, Samantha. Could you mute Josephine?
Try to go to court.
Anyone else with top listings coming soon they'd like to share?
Oh,
Josephine.
yeah, he said for why you're evicting somebody.
All the grace that a human being can
The judge said.
give. How about once needs fill the bucket? Come on.
If you are looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner today or tomorrow, Speedfit on Larchmont and on Third Street, they're doing a fundraiser for Larchmont Charter School, which many of our kids have gone, Joey, Stars, mine, Marissa's, Eileen, and many others. They're collecting funds to make sure that every kid, no matter of financial situation in the graduating senior class, comes to prom, and they're giving 30% of proceeds if you say that today and tomorrow. So skip cooking, grab lunch across the street. They all also Sweet Fin has been very supportive of our office. They sponsored our art show. So we love to, support them as well and also support this school. There is a flyer in the chat that Samantha posted and she'll blast it to everyone so you can show it and you can order online or you can go in person. Thank you for supporting.
Perfect. Anyone else?
Joey, I have a launch, please. Can you hear me? Joey?
Yeah, Marisa.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm looking, my client is looking for, in the walk streets in Chinatown, they're all mixed use, so they're all 3 levels. A walk use property. I know they're very hard to find. There's only 5 streets: Chungking Road, Jinling Way, Meiling Way, Zhengjing Road, and Sun Mun Way. So if you hear of anything, please let me know. Thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I sent her Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte is a big help, so we're trying to work that out. But Joey, thank you for that tip yesterday. Fantastic.
And if you have anyone who needs a podcast studio or a recording studio with some additional storage on Chungking Road, I've got one of those for lease.
Excellent.
It's like a full-time job.
1,500.
All right. Anyone else?
Michelle,
I'm sorry.
I have a field about it. I had a client I met at church a week or so ago, and I had given my information, and she was interested in buying, so she came to. I had to go floor duty that day, so she came to the office. I went through the presentation. She was able to because we were doing a home buyer seminar that day. So she came. She really enjoyed everything. I stayed with her. After.
Tracy and Lorna were doing home buyers.
Yeah, they were doing the home buyers. So she stayed. I went through the presentation. We got to the buyer, the agency relationship form. She was overwhelmed. I was nervous because it was the first time. So I had to call Tanya. And so she was on the phone. And so I was so overwhelmed. She took it home and she said, I'm going to read it over. I was kind of nervous for a minute. Oh, she's not going to sign. But anyway, I followed up. I set an appointment with her for Sunday. And we went